Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is one I actually just saw this morning. So when you're seeing this, it'll be yesterday. And it was Dion Loves Makeup and she's awesome. I'll link her channel below. She did this and I said, I think I needed to do it and she told me I should, so I'm going to. This is the blush tag. So there are 14 questions-ish, and each of them has a corresponding blush. So let's just start with number 1 and work our way down the list. Number 1 is the newest blush in your collection, and I only picked one. I have all 6. It's the Odin's Eye Solomane Sunlight Love Blusher. I have all 6 shades of this, and in fact, it's what I'm wearing today. This is my newest blush, and I love them. They are so good. Number 2 is the most expensive, and I do have a couple of blushes that are pricier, but the most expensive is this Pat McGrath and Bridgerton palette. It's 2 blushes and a highlight, which if you're not new here, you know, makes me crazy, but I consider this a blush. I keep it in my blush drawer because there are more blushes than highlights, and the highlight can really be used as like a blush topper. So yeah, this is my most expensive blush. Next one is the most colorful blush, and though this doesn't have a lot of different colors in it, I do think it's the most colorful, and it's the One Size in Firestarter. That is a very, very colorful blush palette. Orange, red, sparkly orange. To me, that's super colorful. Next is the most underrated, and for me, it's the Danessa Myricks Dewy Cheek and Lip Palette. I do not use these on my lips, but this is a fantastic cream formula for blushes. 4 different shades. Each of them are amazing. I stipple them on with a Refer number 4. It doesn't lift the makeup underneath. These are so nice. And I feel like because of the color range, you could pretty much use this with any eye look and it would work. Definitely think those are underrated. Next is the most nostalgic. And for me, it's got to be these Buxom Wanderlust blushes. I have a couple. These were literally all anyone on the YouTubes talked about for a while, and I mean, I can see why. It's a fabulous blush. It's beautiful, it's got a sheen, it's just an absolutely stunning blush. So for me, this one's pretty nostalgic. The oldest blush in my collection is this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in Diffused Heat. I don't know what possessed me to buy this, but I purchased it years ago and I've had it ever since, and I really do like it. It's a very natural looking blush on me. It's really easy to apply, it's easy to wear. It's just like, you know, no fussing involved, just goes on and looks nice. So yeah, that's my oldest blush. The most affordable blush in my collection is freakishly affordable. It's this little e.l.f. blush, and it's in the shade Bright Pink, though I don't think that's actually bright pink. It's very cute. It goes on nicely. I can't complain about this at all, and it was like maybe $2 or something, like super cheap packaging, but who cares when the product is that good and it's that cheap. So the next question is an everyday blush, and I don't roll like that. I pick a new blush all the time. It depends on my mood and the eye look that I'm doing. I don't have a blush that I reach for on the daily. So we're just gonna skip that one. Blush, it just says memory. And so for me, I picked the Clueless and Hip Dot, I think. Was this Hip Dot? Yeah, Hip Dot collab, because my memory is terrible, but I can remember this movie. I've seen it a ton of times, and yeah, just, you know, it's one of those things that just kind of makes you smile, and what's better than a happy memory related to a blush palette? So I picked the Clueless one. A blush that is worth the hype, and for me, it is the Milani Cheek Kiss blush. I only have this one, and it is beautiful. It goes on really nicely, doesn't lift product underneath it. It's so good, and you know, when people talk about this on the YouTubes, they're not kidding. It's good stuff and well worth the hype. So a blush not worth the hype is the next one. And for me, that is beyond easy. It's the the NARS Orgasm Blush. I don't know what anyone is on about this blush. It's pink with a bit of a gold, shiny, shifty thing. It's not particularly pigmented. It's not blendable. It's just whatever. Seriously overrated in my opinion. The next one is Fave from a Fave brand. And I mean, I have a lot of favorite brands, but of the blushes in my collection and products that I like, I decided to go with the NYX Sweet Shakes blush. I'm a pretty big fan of NYX products anyway, and these are really, really nice blushes. I own 4 of them. This is in the shade Coralicious. These are really, really nice. They blend out nicely. They're pigmented without being like scary pigmented. They're really nice. I like them a lot. Most used blush in my collection, and I definitely did not see this coming when I got it. I just thought, oh, it's super cute. I'll use it and like it and whatever. But it is the Winky Lux, I can't read that, something blush in the shade Knickers. I think it's probably like just the color mostly. I feel like this blush goes with any look I do, any eye look, no matter how far out and funky or how like muted and natural. This is a beautiful blush. You can't, I mean, you could apply too much and, you know, go for it if you want to, but it holds its shape. It goes really nicely onto the brush, onto the cheeks. It's a beautiful blush. And so I find myself reaching for this one a lot if I can't really decide what blush I want to use. This is a pretty good like Old Faithful. And the last question is the most disappointing. And for me, it had to be this Bite Beauty blush. When these were first sneak peeked, it looked like they had such potential. Oh, that's disgusting. It's also known as the Peen blush because but this is just terrible. It ends up looking like nothing and sparkle, and that's really gross. I never use this. I should probably just declutter it. But yeah, that was the most disappointing. These could have been so good, I think, and they're not. So there you have it. All 14, minus the one, blushes in my collection that are part of this tag. Let me know what you think about this tag, the blushes that I chose, your favorites, your least, like all the things. Let me know down in the comment section. And if you make videos and you do this, tag me in it so I can come check it out. That'd be super fun. So I want to say thank you to Dion Loves Makeup for letting me copy kitty her. Super appreciate it. And I appreciate you hanging out with me here today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.